Greetings. So today we take the topic test of hypothesis, small sample test, t-test problems and solutions. So I am Murugan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics. So the question is a former question. A sample of 10 students has an average test score of 72. And the sample standard deviation is 8. Test whether the mean score is different from the hypothesized population mean of 75. Compute the t-test statistics. Okay, so solution, since the sample size is small, n equal to 10. So we take the sample size n less than 30 means we take the small size, okay, small sample size. So n equal to 10 and population standard deviation is not given. We use the one sample t-test. Okay, so given is n that is equal to 10, sample mean x bar that is equal to 72, population mean mu naught that is 75, sample standard deviation s that is equal to 8. Okay. Formula for one sample t test, t that is equal to x bar minus mu naught divided by s divided by square root of n. So that is the formula for the sample t test. Okay, one sample t test. Okay, and we substitute the values for this formula. X bar that is 72, mu naught that is 75, that is population mean, s standard deviation is 8 and sample size is n, so square root of 10. Okay, so we calculate the value minus 3 divided by 8 by 3.162, that is minus 3 divided by 2.53, that is equal to minus 1.19. The final answer is minus 1.19. So here the degrees of freedom, that is n minus 1, that is equal to 10 minus 1 equal to 9. Thus the calculated t-test statistics is 1.19. Answer is 1.19. Okay, so that is enough. Greetings. Today we see the problem, that is question number 11. State the formula for finding degrees of freedom. Okay, so Wells Chatterwright approximation method. So degrees of freedom in this case is the formula for the degrees of freedom is an independent two sample t-test with unequal variances. Okay, so S1 squared is sum of the values like sample 1 or a square value, right? Then second one is sample 2's standard deviation value, right? So degrees of freedom, that is equal to, the formula is S1 squared by N1 plus S2 squared by N2 the whole squared, whole divided by S1 squared by N1 the whole squared divided by N minus 1 plus S2 squared by N2 the whole squared divided by N2 minus 1. Okay, TF, that is degrees of freedom, approximate degrees of freedom. This formula is known as the Well-Chatterwright approximation and is used when two population variants are not assumed to be equal. So we get that formula. Okay, so we use this formula in the 4 mark questions and we solve the problems. Like இதோட ஐடியா வச்சு நம்ம வந்து என்ன கால்குலேட் பண்ணுவோம், டூ அசியூம்டு பாப்புலேஷன் வேரியன்ஸ் இருக்கிற இடங்கள்ல அன்இக்குவலா இருக்கும்போது அதுக்கு நம்ம வந்துட்டு இந்த ஃபார்முலாஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம அந்த ப்ராப்ளமை சால்வ் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் ஹைபாத்திசிஸ் டெஸ்ட் செக் பண்ணி டேபிள் வேல்யூஸ்ல லெஸ் தேன் ஆர் கிரேட்டர் தேன் இருக்கான்னு செக் பண்ணுவோம். நார்மலா நல் ஹைபாத்திசிஸோட வேல்யூ எப்போ அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுவோம்னா, table value விட we calculating the value is less than the table value, then we accept the null hypothesis. If we calculating value is greater than the table value, then we reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so that is the idea. So அதுக்காக நம்ம இந்த formulas எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஓகேங்களா? Okay, so this is the formula, TF S1 squared by N1 plus S2 squared by N2 the whole squared divided by S1 squared by N1 the whole squared divided by N1 minus 1 plus S2 squared by n2 the whole square divided by n2 minus 1. That is the degrees of freedom formula. Okay, thank you.